Hello and welcome. Before we begin, I want you to view this particular video. Almost everything in it is untrue, but I request you to pay close attention. Notice the details and presentation. Let's watch it together. Stay alert and pay attention to what's shown. Let's play.
A little over 15,000 years ago, in the upper regions of Himalayas, a yogi appeared. Nobody knew where he came from. His antecedents were unknown, but he looked extraordinary. So people gathered, they waited, they thought he's going to perform some miracle, but he did nothing, simply he sat, unmoving. Only 7 people hung on. These 7 people recognized that this is a fantastic miracle because only someone who has transcended the physical nature can simply sit. Then they begged him, "You seem to be knowing or experiencing something that we cannot imagine. Please teach us." Then he gave them some few simple preparatory methods and said, "You prepare yourself, let me see." They went on preparing themselves. Months went into years, years went into decades. 84 years passed. One day, he just looked. These 7 people had become shining receptacles. Humanity was first reminded the simple laws of nature are not permanent restrictions. If you're willing to strive, you can go beyond that. And he not only gave this idea, he gave methods as to how to get there. Because nobody knew his name, he never introduced himself. They called him Adi Yogi.
Thanks for watching. Now, everything in that video is spot on. A perfect videography, smooth voiceover, great background music, and the confidence in the tone is undeniable. But what about the facts? Did you notice anything important? Let me take a moment to rewind the video for a bit. I want you to really think about what's been said. Let's go over it again, because this is important. Stay with me.
A little over 15,000 years ago, in the upper regions of Himalayas, a yogi appeared.
Now, in the beginning of video he confidently says 15,000 years ago a yogi appeared. Later he point out that yogi none other than Shiva. Clearly, he has no clue what he is saying. I want all of you stick with the number 15,000. Now, let's dig deeper. In Hindu cosmology, the term yuga in Sanskrit refers to an era. There are 4 distinct yugas or ages: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Each of these periods represents a different stage in the grand cycle of time. According to Hindu tradition, the duration of each yuga is as follows. Satya Yuga lasts 1,728,000 human years. Treta Yuga lasts 1,296,000 human years. Dwapara Yuga lasts 864,000 human years. Kali Yuga lasts 432,000 human years. There's a lot to cover, but I don't want to go into too much detail. I just did some research online and found information about the yugas and their durations. However, I haven't had the chance to read through the Hindu scriptures myself. If I've made any mistakes, please forgive me. But the truth is, Shiva didn't appear just 15,000 years ago. You can find evidence of this in the ancient scriptures. I urge you to take a look at them. They hold the real answers. Let me stop here. Just think about this for a second. He says Shiva arrived 15,000 years ago. But we are currently in Kali Yuga, and some believe around 5,000 years have already passed in this age. Let's take that as our base and do some calculations. If you go back 15,000 years, you would end up in Dwapara Yuga. Specifically, the end of Dwapara Yuga. Now, let me ask you this. Do you really believe Shiva arrived 15,000 years ago? No matter how brilliant the culprit is, they always leave a clue behind. They might try to cover it up by telling fairy tales. Or are you that Shiva appeared 15,000 years ago, or even claim it was just a mistake? But let me tell you, this is not just a mistake. It's a blunder, a massive one. Why? Because the entire empire is built on lies. I will explain everything in detail in the upcoming videos, but for now, just remember this. The truth cannot be hidden forever. Thank you for watching, and let's spread the truth together.